on the June 4th board meeting, special board meeting, the Board of Education adopted a new budget that will be voted on June 18th. And what I wanted to do was just take a minute or two and go through this new adopted budget and present it to everybody here tonight. So, our current budget for 2018-19 is $99,991,245. Our proposed budget for 2019-2020 is $95,214,988. That represents a $4,776,257 reduction in the budget from this year's budget. The tax levy increase to the community for the 2019-2020 proposed budget is 2.46%. What I wanted to share with everybody is that budget, that tax levy is lower than what our tax levy is for the current year. Our current levy for this tax year was 2.6. So what I want to tell everybody is that we heard from the community from our first budget. We listened to the community. We made the necessary cuts we believe to have a budget that will be supported by our community moving forward. We took the time to listen to our community on our special meeting, or our budget development meeting on May 30th, and we had over 2.5 hours worth of comments from our community. From that time period to June 4th, so many of the board members had heard from community members. We had lots of board contacts from the community, which I know, Mr. Flaherty, you spent a lot of time going through and answering each one of those questions on behalf of the board. And we appreciate all of those comments from everybody. And the budget we proposed to the board on June 4th was a result of all of that input we took from our community. So I do want to say thank you to our community for all of their input. What we wanted to share with you is, what does that budget mean at a tax levy of 2.46? So what it means is a reduction of 21 faculty positions, 32.5 staff positions, 2 administrator positions, reductions in equipment and supply, elimination of a .5 job coach, the elimination of our drama assistant play directors, the elimination of after-school detention 2. Okay. Intramural swim was eliminated. We've eliminated high school, some high school AP and college courses, some additional high school electives. The Office of Professional Learning has been eliminated. Our 5 o'clock bus run has been eliminated. Summer school has been eliminated. Field trips have been eliminated. We have taken a significant amount of money out of our tech budget. The program assistants in our athletic department have been eliminated. Virtual high school has been eliminated. We've had significant reductions in our Capital Region BOCES media specialists, and we've eliminated the summer curriculum. So all of those things are out of the budget going forward for Minisink Valley for the 2019-2020 school year. I want to make sure everyone's clear. The only 2 things that were put back in at a request from our community and from our Board of Education was some money for the K-5 enrichment, and then also the money for the Orange County Sheriffs and the Mount Hope Police. So each of the buildings under this budget would retain their Orange County Sheriff on this campus. So we would have 1 in the high school, 1 in the middle school, 1 in the intermediate and elementary. We would have 1 Mount Hope police officer over on the Otisville campus. So those are the only 2 things that were retained from the original presentation to the Board of Education. So again, we heard from the community. Those were a couple of the items they really wanted to see back in. The K-5 enrichment is an opportunity for our elementary students to have after-school courses in computers, geography, social studies, beginner American Sign Language. So those are some of the opportunities that will still be there for our elementary kids when our budget passes at the proposed levy and the proposed dollar amount. What we wanted to share with you is, what does it mean if the budget does not achieve a 60% plus 1 vote? Okay? The proposed budget at 2.46 levy is still above our negative 0.47 tax cap calculation. So we're still going to require a 60% plus one vote. If the budget is defeated, we have to have a zero levy. So that means additional reductions have to be made. And that includes the list you see on the one side here, on the left side here. Those are the reductions that were already done. Those are included. The additional items may include, but are not limited to, an additional 12 faculty positions, an additional 10 staff positions, some additional reductions in administrative costs, the potential of kindergarten being reduced to half-time or half-day, the elimination of the Mount Hope Police and the Orange County Sheriff coverage, potential reductions of bus driver positions if we have to go back and look at our routes and do some rerouting, the potential of losing our JROTC program, some additional high school electives, as we talked about earlier, JV sports and modified sports, the potential elimination of our athletic trainer, the 5th grade band, school musical productions, school drama productions, some additional cuts in our high school and middle school extracurricular clubs, cuts into our high school and middle school department chair positions, our K-5 grade level chair positions, the K-5 enrichment program, our PM door greeter positions, the elimination of our Capital Region BOCES public relations media specialists, our fine arts chair position, and additional reductions, again, to what's left in our equipment and supplies line. And also, as I shared with this community at the previous meeting, the contingency budget or austerity budget requires the district to charge a facilities use fee. So, as I said, our current budget has a levy of 2.46. If we have to reduce to zero, it's both lists. It's the list that's already included, plus these additional cuts that we would have to make. We would be required to remove another $1.1 million out of the budget to comply with the 0% levy. So, the budget revote is scheduled for June 18th, Tuesday, June 18th, noon to 9 p.m., and there are 2 voting sites. One is at the intermediate school in the A gym. The other one is at the Otisville Elementary Gymnasium. Again, noon to 9 p.m., Tuesday, June 18, 2019, 2 voting sites, one at the intermediate school in the A gym. The other voting site is the Otisville Elementary Gymnasium. Okay. So we wanted to make sure we just reduced it down to exactly what is being presented, and we wanted the community to know what was cut up until now and what the potential cuts could be going forward. I want to take this time to thank everybody for listening and seeing where we are with our proposed budget for the vote on the revote on June 18th. Thank you. Are there any questions? Thank you. Yes. Oh, yes. Just thank you, Ms. Rhoda. One thing we wanted to add in is absentee ballots are available by mail until June 11th. They have to be, if you're mailing in a request for an absentee ballot, it has to be in the hands of the district clerk by June 11th. If it is not, you cannot do it by mail. Doesn't mean you can't do an absentee ballot. You can do an absentee ballot right up until that Monday, June 17th, till 3 p.m. You can come in and see Ms. Rhoda and pick up that ballot. If you're returning the ballot on the election day, on June 18th, it has to be in the hands of Ms. Rhoda by 5 p.m. Okay? It has to be turned in by 5 p.m. June 18th. If you come to Ms. Rhoda's office and you're doing it by walking in, you can take care of everything during that visit right then and there. But we wanted to make sure people know that you can vote absentee ballot if you would like. By mail, if the request is put in by June 11th in Ms. Rhoda's hands. The mail has to be there. It can't arrive June 12th. It has to be there June 11th. If you'd like to walk in, you can walk in right up until 3 p.m. on June 17th into Ms. Rhoda's office, and she will be there to help you go through everything.
No applications on.
Oh, the application, if you're choosing to do the application before you come in, the application is online, okay? The application is available on our website. Thank you.
It's on the budget.
It's on the budget page. The application is on the budget page. So, okay? Thank you.